today's world, anxiety is higher than it's ever been before. Before anyone jumps into comments with the explanations, caffeine, nicotine, social media, jobs, the economy, yeah, that's all true. But I'm going to tell you the part no one's talking about. You are not just more anxious, you are less capable than you have ever been before. And anxiety loves that. I'm a first responder, and I see anxiety every single shift. Now, sometimes it's really obvious. Chest pain, shortness of breath, panic attacks, anxiety attacks. But other times, it's hiding behind something else. A feeling that's not right. Thinking something's wrong with my heart. And usually, it's not. What I've seen over and over again isn't some mystery pathology. What it is a nervous system that is completely untrained for stress. Now, I know firsthand. As a former athlete doing wrestling and MMA, I had a nervous system that was completely conditioned to handle stress. Constant, every day, 7 days a week. And during that time, I didn't have anxiety symptoms even once. No panic attacks, no chest pain, no lightheadedness, nothing. But when I stopped doing that and went to school, I sat more, I moved less, and I really just lived in my head. I had constant load rage stress and limited physical output. I didn't have a clear, concise mission. I didn't have a team. All I had was exams and pressure to be perfect. And that's when it let me know, out of nowhere. Heart racing, short of breath, nervous from just sitting down. I felt detached from my body, like a participant. I didn't even know what it was at first. I thought something was actually wrong with me, and I was learning medicine, having panic attacks. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me. I didn't recognize till a lot later what they were. Then, only then, when I started training hard again in the gym, lifting heavy, getting on that bike, running, and just pushing myself to do uncomfortable things on purpose, that my symptoms started to go away. Now, this wasn't overnight, but slowly, and I eventually found a new mission, something that really mattered to me. It pulled me forward instead of just keeping me stuck in my own head, and then everything clicked. The anxiety didn't disappear just because I talked about it more. I went to therapy. It didn't work. I've talked about it. The only reason it disappeared is because I became capable again. And I gave my nervous system a reason to calm down, and that was a capable body. Now, this isn't just a coincidence. The reality is that modern people are mentally overstimulated and physically underloaded. Their brains are constantly being sent threat signals, news, emails, alerts, finance stress, comparison, and the devil, social media itself. All this outrage, all this stress, and you're just sitting there or lying in bed with no way to get it out. The mismatch is gasoline for anxiety. Now, most of our history, stress came with the physical action. You carried heavy things, you were out in the sun, you ran, you fought, you worked. Now, people are stressed from sitting down, looking at their phone. Are you kidding me? You would not believe the amount of flack I get for making videos like this, just trying to help people. It blows my mind. I don't understand who people are these days. Not you, my viewers, but my detractors. Anyway, I digress. Your nervous system, it's screaming. It wants you to do something. And your body's telling you, the best I can do is have another Celsius. That's a really bad combination. Dehydration, stress, and caffeine. It does not go over well. Now let me tell you about strength for a second. This really matters. If you're weak, your body will know. Maybe not consciously, but what your mind does grasp is its subconscious. It's extremely aware of it. It knows that your body being weak means it's fragile, and your fragile body doesn't feel safe doing anything. You're always going to be anxious. Now, you can listen to meditations and tell yourself all day long that you're going to be okay, but until you prove it to yourself, you won't. if you can't carry heavy things, if you can't get your heart rate up and then bring it back down again and tolerate a little bit of discomfort, epinephrine, norepinephrine, cortisol, you have to learn that your nervous system isn't there trying to help you. And I'm not shocked at why anxiety is the highest it's been right now, because outside the gym, people don't really do that unless they're working a physical labor job. People don't sleep very well either. They're on stimulants all day. They're dehydrated. They have bad sleep schedules. They're on their phones all day long. And their free time is spent online. They don't really have a physical outlet for stress. And we spend more and more time alone because it's so expensive to go out and meet people and do things. And then we act surprised why we're feeling on edge, why my heart's racing even though I've been laying in bed for 30 minutes. And the fact that a lot of men, they don't have a real mission anymore. They don't have that family duty like we used to have, that responsibility. And that causes competence. Now, no. If you don't have any sense of being needed, you don't have any proof that you can do anything hard. You'll live online. You'll have these digital Discord relationships and digital validation and digital arguments with strangers that you don't want to meet and you never will. We didn't evolve for that. Us men especially didn't evolve for that. What you men are wired to do is to solve real problems in the real world with real consequences. When you don't have any drive, it doesn't go anywhere good. What it does is turn inwards. And that's what anxiety is for. That's a part that goes down and stings a little bit more. A lot of people are anxious deep down because they know they can't trust their body to win when things are bad. You have to train so you can learn to trust your body. Learn and see that you are resilient, that you can do it. You have to be able to trust your strength and your ability to go through stressful things without breaking. I promise you, you are not fragile. You're a lot stronger than you think you are. And I've seen bodies break, and I'm telling you that people can push themselves a lot farther than they do. This is a training issue. You can't think your way out of anxiety. The only way to escape it is to build yourself up. If you have a strong body, you can create a strong mind. You have to condition your heart and your stroke volume to tolerate stress better. Your mitochondria will get better. You will start to have capitalization. When you do hard things regularly, you will stop sweating the small stuff because you know that you're capable of more than that. Now, I'm going to tell you that talk therapy is useless because it's not for everyone. And some people really do have an imbalance and they have to be put on medication for it. I'm not telling you that you can't do that. But what I am saying is there is a factor that you are missing there. If you only do those things and you don't take the time to build back your actual vessel, which is your body, it's not going to work. You're trying to put out a burning house with a bucket of water. So what's really going to help you? It's not talking to someone. It's not affirmations. It's not doing breath work. It's not overthinking your feelings and getting past things. It's building your body, strength, running, getting uncomfortable, and bringing yourself to a mission that's bigger than you. Lift weights, work out every day, do things that make your heart pound and your lungs burn. You got to sleep like it matters. You have to get on a good schedule. You got to reduce that digital noise. If you got to delete the maps, delete them. Spend time with someone real. I'm not saying that the people you talk to online can't be friends, but they shouldn't be your only ones. And you have to give yourself some responsibility, even if it's over taking care of a pet to start. Now, none of this stuff, it's glamorous. No, you don't want to hear it from me. It doesn't sell well on Instagram, but I'm telling you it works. You're not genetically broken. You're just underbuilt. You're undertrained. You don't want to become softer. You got to make yourself tougher that fits this. You have to become more capable. There's a lot of people that aren't. And once you do, you'll realize how much time you've wasted from not doing this. The confidence comes from confidence. That's the only way you can do it, is to become more competent. Once you build that competence from confidence, your anxiety, it'll go away.